I just fixed it. Should have no passcode now. There we go.
Okay, I've got some awesome.
Give people a few minutes here since we had the passcode issue.
Yep.
Hey, everybody. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. Since we had a passcode issue to start with, I at least got one person that's already texted me that I'm waiting on.
I was gonna say, I know PAC 231 should hopefully have Kyle Kramer joining fairly soon, but I don't think Troy or Marcia were able to hop on. So we'll see if
Okay.
Kyle is able to make it. He said he'd try to attend. Nice.
Yep, I'm on,
Yeah.
Jen.
Was that?
Oh,
So,
you're
there's
there.
a phone number. There's a person on with a phone number, so
That
that
must
must
be
be
you,
Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I couldn't get the app
Yay.
working, so I had to dial in.
Sorry to sell you short there, Kyle.
It's all right.
I mean, 509-713-6039.
So I think MJ was texting me that she was trying to get on. So,
Yeah. Not
but
used to Zoom anymore. Put me back
I don't
5 years and I would have been here all like no problem. A little rusty.
I don't think MJ's joining us tonight. She was helping me get on because they
she's
asked
helping
me.
you
I'm
get
from
on. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from 305.
Okay.
Our fundraising.
She just knew the person
Yeah.
to text help for. Okay.
I just was like, do you know how to get on? I can't get on. So
Okay.
our
Well,
fundraising people are at a court of honor, so I'm the replacement.
there's somebody else.
Oh, Brian's on.
All right. Well, let's not punish people for being on time. So we'll get moving, and it's being recorded anyway. So if somebody misses part of it, they can come back and listen to it. So welcome. So if this is our first time trying this with this kind of thing, so I'll start by upfront saying please ask questions because I don't know what we don't know yet. So you may ask us a question that we have no idea what that answer is in this process, and it'll cause us to go find it and update it and learn something about the system. But so Chris and I are going to kind of run this, and so there's a couple of things here. One, I think I put that sheet up yet? I'm going to see if I can share my screen real quick. Make sure I share the right thing. Screen 2. Share. All right. Can you guys see a flyer?
Yep.
All right. So we've announced this a couple times, and this is the most updated one I have. Why is it not showing myself? Where did it? There.
You're up there. You're up. I see you.
That's right. It's got like 3 screens trying to run for me, and I only have 2, so it's weird. So anyway, this is something new that Scouting America has done for us and has allowed us to do some digital sales. You guys are probably used to popcorn or hearing about popcorn, or maybe you know Girl Scout cookies if that's been something you've done in the past. But this is a fundraising system that is designed so you don't have a unit does not have to pre-purchase stuff. So maybe you've bought jerky sticks in the past or candy bars or with your school or ice cream or cookie dough or whatever it is. This is going to keep us a little safer and our units a little safer by not having to put out a bunch of cash up front to buy stuff that you hope to sell later. So it'll do so everything is digitally delivered or it's drop shipped, depending on which of the sales you're doing, and we'll go through those in a minute. But this is kind of the flyer National gave to us. We kind of did put our own little logos on it. But you can see this fall, hopefully, I gotta scoot farther away from my screen. That Krispy Kreme is running this fall. Oh.
Yep. You got Stuckey's nuts
Stuckey's,
and chocolates, C's
chocolates,
candies, and
fudge,
starting in October.
some nuts. I don't know why my Ask AI assistant just popped up. Rees are coming and coffee. So,
So the beautiful thing about this is that the units are in charge of when you're selling and what you're selling. So you do not have to commit to selling Krispy Kreme donuts from July to December. Your unit can go, hey, in October, this is when we're going to hit it. We're going to hit it really hard in October and just focus that in that prime time. And you can be in charge of that, which is really convenient and fits into your guys' current schedule and calendar life. So
yeah, and that's very true. So each one of these you can kind of, I don't know which one you use, but I'm looking at the fudge is available all 6 months in the last half of the year. You guys might, like she said, you might only want to do it in October for your unit, and that's when you're going to do it. Or maybe you want to do something closer to Christmas and do the C's candies or something like that closer to Christmas, or the wreaths. Oh, got somebody else coming in. So this is kind of the schedule and when you guys can do stuff. We have not seen the C's candy stuff yet because it's not available to us, and I have not seen the wreaths yet. So, yeah.
Marie, we can get you a copy of that flyer, okay? I'll put it down.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, I just saw that chat pop up. Why is it not popping on the side of my screen though? Okay. So anyway, so that's that. So what I think what we want to do now is Carissa is going to has already signed up for one with her troop, so she can show everybody what the troop and pack side looks like when you're a unit that signs up for a sale. So let me stop sharing.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to send a request there, Kelly.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Make sure all right. Do you guys see it should say Troop 190 on the left-hand side there?
Yep, there it goes.
Okay, so we will give you guys a link and you guys will be able to log in. It will be the same login as your my.scouting login when you would go in to update and your renewals for every year. And you'll go in there and you'll be able to it's a login and you'll go in and you'll manage a campaign. So I've already started one just so that we can see what it's like, but I'm going to go in the process and start another one. And what's going to happen is all you're going to do is click a campaign
you're going to go through the several options we currently have available. So granola, fudge, Krispy Kremes, the nuts. I'm going to go down here and I can see the different products available. And what's nice is you can see the different sizes. So, and for in this case, like the key lime, you can get it in the half pound or the pound. And it will break it down. This is the unit price that you're gonna sell it at, $15.95, and out of that, the unit will get $4. Okay. Um, then after you guys have decided which products you're going to use, you're going to select the campaign. And in here, you don't have to sell everything. You can sell one item, you can sell four. You can keep it fairly simple. You guys can kind of decide what you guys think might sell the best. And I'm going to add the cheesecake, the vanilla, and the creme brulee to our sales. Okay. I'm down all the way down here. I'm going to go to and you can always save it, which is nice. And it's going to go through the different options about talking about safety with your kids, because that's always a very big focus for everything we do in scouting. In this case, you can update a logo, other things, write a message, and that's where you do all these next steps. For instance, let's see what let me. Let's see. So I can do that, size it. So whatever you want. No. Write a nice campaign message. You can, and then you're going to think about my unit currently has about 60 scouts. So one thing we can also do is you can make it a whole wide unit sale, or you can break it down. For instance, we have troops that are going to Northern Tier next year, and maybe I have my crew that just wants to raise money for their adventure. So I'm going to say everybody needs to sell $100. And then we go to the next step, and we're going to make a thank you message. And then after you guys have kind of done all of that, you can preview it to see what it looks like after they order it, what it looks like, the order confirmation, the shipping date, and their total. And you're going to send to approval. Oops. So now when I get into the office tomorrow, somebody will have to approve the campaign. So that will be the kind of waiting time point to wait for somebody in the office to okay the sale before you guys can go out and start sailing. And it could be, hopefully it looks pretty easy. I don't think it will take us long, but be mindful of playing with it on Saturday. It might not be till Monday afternoon before we get to it. So I'm going to manage my campaign to show you guys kind of what it looks like. So this is the one I had started before. As you can see, it says active. I can edit it here. Anytime you guys edit your campaign, it's going to make you ask for approval so that we know what's going on, making sure everything looks good. You can go through here, and if you have customers, you'll know how many customers you have, and notify scouts. So for instance, let's see. I'm going to put my own kid in here. I'm going to send it to myself. Caden. And this is where I do like as well. It needs to have at least 2 parents or 2 adults when you add a scout to it. So I'm going to add my committee chair. And this is it will then tell them that it's now live. And from what I understand is it will give a link for them to log into the sale to start sending things, start selling it. Any questions so far?
I think I would add there that anybody that does this, I think they have to have a My.Scouting account because it's tied into that system. So the same account where you take your youth protection training.
Yep.
Right, is what you have to have.
Yep.
So real quick, just a quick question. You would recommend putting like the probably the committee chair. Okay. If this is, for instance, hi, Kyle, the fundraising chair that's doing this, thanks, Kyle, then you would recommend probably putting committee chair and cut master, scout master, depending on the level and whatnot, like leadership as opposed to general parents that you know are going to be involved. Their kids are planning on selling. Like, is that what you recommend?
That's a tricky question. Jennifer, you've always got them good.
Sorry.
I would definitely make sure your leadership is on there. I think that like my guess is key 2 or key 3 are going to be able to see your um sales at any point because that's the power of that positioning. So we might have to go in and so the big thing is you want to make sure the people in power and need to know the information have access to the information. So but when starting the campaign, I would make sure your scouts have it, and then the scouts might need their parents might need a little bit of help getting into their scouts my dot scouting account. That might be the tricky part currently because that's not something the kids necessarily have access to because their parents do all the work through their own, if that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. Like, especially at our level, I would hope none of our scouts know how to log into
Yeah.
that. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, okay. And so I think it might just take some playing with it to get
for
the
sure.
process down and like test, dummy emails and stuff just to kind of see how it comes across.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely we want to put key 3 general leadership on that email that you selected. And you
Yep.
selected one parent. I know this, I think you were editing the old one. So maybe you
Yeah.
didn't need to do 2. Is it going to prompt you to do a minimum of
I
2
think
as
it's going to
opposed to?
always prompt you to do a
Okay.
minimum because that's
Yeah,
just scouting rules.
hit,
Anytime you're
hit,
connecting with a youth.
Okay.
So,
hit the notify scouts again that you're in there because what you may have not have seen is uh, where was the thing where you could show by more? So the drop down where it says 10, I know I'm pointing at my own screen, show 100. So scroll down. So what you're going to see, there's all the leaders in her pack. So everybody's in there, but so are the parents.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're going to send it to everybody, you're going to get their parents already too, is the goal. And that's because that should be who holds the email address, especially for our youth. So we shouldn't be sending directly to youth most of the time. It's their mom or dad or guardian or
Yeah.
whatever that's going to get that email. So
Yeah. I mean, I would
occasionally a
say,
grandma I've learned, depending on how our
yeah.
registration system is feeling
Yeah.
that day. So,
Yeah, and I mean, I would definitely say if you're doing something for a pack and it's for your whole unit, I would tell everybody that it's available and send it out. And then if it's for, say, something like, say your Webelos are trying to go to Camp Grizzly next year and they're the only one selling, then I would just pick their families and maybe the Cub Master and the committee chair and the other people up higher and that select family group. So,
Okay, and I was thinking if there is a situation like what you just described where there's a specific group that want to raise potentially a little more, maybe we could like open up additional fundraisers to just
yeah,
that group and then not have to deal with, 4 different fundraisers for our pack of 70-ish kids and
yep.
families. But so if we did choose 1 or 2 of our preferred ones that we would open up to everybody, would you select all adults, the parent, guardian, and leadership position, like types, in order
I
to
think
send it to everybody?
I think so. At this time, I would say yes. It might, after somebody does it, after a couple people run through the actually going through and doing the fundraiser, I might have different opinions, but currently I would say everybody.
Okay, I think that makes sense too. Okay, to notify scouts of new campaign, select that. So this is going to notify them of a new campaign, which means, does that mean like allow them to set up their own account? Are they setting up
Yep.
their own account for this
Yep.
or, okay, so they set up their own account. So we don't need to like take necessarily handwritten, like we sold
Yep,
this and this
yep.
and this and this, and then enter
It's
it.
all here. Payment, shipping, sales, it's all there, and then will be tracked as
Okay.
well.
And they log in with their login and that, like
Yep,
for My Dot Scouting, and that's what gets them logged into this.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm going to quickly show, obviously there's nothing to show, but I have on here as one of my toggles is unit reporting, so I can see what the total sales are, how many are done online, like when mom shares it to on a Facebook page and Aunt Barbara in Florida orders, granola. Or if you're standing at the grocery store and doing online things, and it'll decipher it, and then you can kind of see it doesn't show them all, but they're all kind of there, and you can see how much everybody has been. I believe this is how much how the units are making money, or like what they've made. So is
And then
my
I
under
see the online sales and the in-person sales, and I think that goes
Yep.
to what Anne Marie had sent a message about to ask
Yep.
like payment collection and whatnot. There's the option to just have it all automated and paid online from
Yep.
consumers, the people who are buying it. But there's
Yep.
also the option to have in-person sales. How would the in-person sale money transfer work?
It's
I don't,
all done online.
yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
okay.
all online. So I don't know why the in-person is an option up there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, I think I have a feeling the in-person is really referring to like if you're standing in front of Safeway selling it and doing it that way.
but
Um,
I
Oh,
think
okay.
that,
Like if
but I
you
still
have
think
the
you're going to do it on a
product.
tablet.
you're still going to do it on a tablet or a phone.
Yeah.
So,
You would
yeah.
never like have the product in your
Yeah, we're
hands
never
to sell
having
to
the
somebody.
product.
Okay.
Yeah, the product goes directly to the consumer.
Okay. I'm guessing it might default back to online sales. Like, I don't know that anything would be considered in person, but we will
Yeah.
see.
Yep.
So
Yes.
let's
Yeah.
answer Anne Marie's question real quick. So she's
Okay. Yeah.
how is money handled? So one, everything's online. They're going to pay online. Uh, the online system is going to eat the credit card fee. So you guys don't have to, and we don't have to. My understanding is what they've told us is we're going to get payments from the system once a month. So at the end of every month, we'll reconcile for each unit that is sold, and then we should have a report. I don't think it's populated yet, like nothing is because no one's sold. That'll tell us how much we need to send to units. And then what you guys will do is just make sure that that matches, and you should be able to look in your own unit reporting to see which scout sold what, and then figure it out from there. And I know different units have scout account systems or different ways you split fundraising, whatever. That way we're not in the middle of that. We're just sending you one check for a total and be done. So I
Yep.
think the only thing I might offer is if you wanted us to put it in your scout account or scout shop account or something, we would offer that, but that's not our intention. So, because that's probably more money than you guys would use in your scout shop account sometimes, and you don't need that. But if you told us to, we would. So instead, but let me kind of show you. Let me see if I can share my other screen here. Nope. Let me get the right thing up. Keep me signed in, please. It's trying to log me out.
Maybe either Chris or somebody, if you can answer real quick. Do we
Yeah.
know how much is going? Maybe we're going to talk about this. How much is going to council versus the
Yep.
individual families?
Yep. Can you guys see my screen now with the active unit campaigns?
Yeah.
So this is the council back end. So I'm gonna show. So Chris has signed up for the roof, her troop for that. So we'll look at that one real quick. Maybe.
It's a little slow on the back so you have to just be patient. That is what I've learned.
There it is. So this is kind of where we see what each unit has done, but I think it was in this. So yeah. So when I hit campaign details, so I have a setup screen for each one of these. You can see on this barbecue peanut picnic bag that the price is $20.50. The unit commission is $6.50, and the council is $2.50. I'm going to show you why that is in just a second. So we've tried to get it to where the unit is getting 70%. of the commission and the council 30%. That's kind of our rough estimate goal. I think we can do things in 25-cent increments, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But let me get out of this to show you guys what I think.
No fees, Anne Marie. It's all incorporated as far as I understand.
Yeah, so let me hit one so let me show another one. Okay. So you guys can see the Krispy Kreme screen, okay?
Yep.
So this is when we set up the back end commissions and the sale and everything, it makes us split it between council and unit. The top one is council. I think if I back that out, it would say council commission. Yeah. So what's interesting though is every one of these products has a max commission rate assigned to it, and we don't do that. So that is assigned by Krispy Kreme. So they're saying you can't sell our product for more than $19.65. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So and they're charging us or you, us, whatever, $9.65. So that's what Krispy Kreme's gonna make. And then we can add $10 on top of that max, which we did in this one. And then we tried to make that, and we're trying to make those 70-30 splits. So this is kind of council commission. You guys might understand it's for our time, Chris's time backing it up. Scott's going to be doing back end. Every time somebody makes a change, we have to get in and and approve it. And we got some other stuff I'm going to show you here in just a second too. So that's on every one of those. But they also gave us a full list of marketing assets that we've got to manipulate on our own. So let me I don't want that one. Sorry, I didn't like that one. That one. So with Canva, so I think this is unit sale. So they gave us some things that we're going to be pulling off, and I don't like how some of that is written, but anyway, to give us some opportunities for us to create our own Canva assets for marketing, social media marketing. We're going to pull these down and make them our own a little bit because we can put in our own Blue Mountain Council, or you could put in, PAC 219, or sorry, 231. 219 is a troop. And that, so
I mean,
yeah, we can't do it from here. We have to pull it out and then make our own page. And if you guys have seen our page on the
resources
on the school life, I'm going to make it very similar to that, where we're going to have a handful of marketing assets for each one of these sales that you can kind of pull off and make your own for you guys. So and we've got Ryan in our office that'll be able to assist with that. We've got Canva availability in our office. I would tell you that unless Sheila knows how to use it, that Ryan is probably our person that knows how to use it. So
yeah.
But I think Jennifer, I think you're Canva trained.
Canva friendly. Yeah, it'll be me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, and so we have some ability to change that and flex that. And I think Ryan will get that up to be able to use that, but we can always change it to fit our unit needs as well. So that's what's great about it. So send me to summer camp, flyer or something.
And some of these have better commission rates than others. I mean, the Krispy Kreme has it so you can whereas basically the unit can get, or the unit and council together can get about 50%. Some of them are not that high. So I would watch and take a look at what the commission rates are, because we have maxed them out so that scouts in some way are getting the most. And then we tried to make that a 70-30 split for the unit to the council after that, inside that. So we're going to go back and check our numbers, because our one person 70-30 split meant something different than another person's 70-30 split. So we're going to go back and check the numbers the next couple of days and make sure they're like that. But that's our objective. I really want this to be about units making money, and whatever the council gets on the back end is just kind of covering our costs that we've got to spend on it, and make it as easy for you guys. What I don't know is what the REITs are going to look like yet. And I know we've got a couple of units interested in the resales because they've been doing them for years and they've lost their vendor. So we got some units talking about that. And I think going forward, we'll probably put in our newsletter what things are opening and when, and probably send out some other emails so people see it and just try and keep it in front of people. Because like I said, this can be a year-round thing. And if you got somebody wants to go to camp and they want to raise money in March, they can do that on what's available. And if you're trying to raise money to buy Pinewood Derby cars, you can do that in December, whatever you're looking for. So see if
Yeah.
there's some other questions here. There are no fees. Everything's incorporated into the selling price.
Yep.
So
And
Yeah.
we wouldn't be messing like units, PAX troops wouldn't be messing with the commission split. Like we're not touching that. That's just
Nope.
you.
Right.
Okay.
yeah,
Just check.
and actually once a sale has started, I can't even touch it. So like the sale, like the Rufus Nuts that Krista did as the sample, I can't go in there and edit it anymore. So it is what it is when it starts and the first person signs up for it. So which is
Yeah,
a
I
good
mean,
thing. So
the what I played with, it was really relatively easy. It was not super complicated and pretty straightforward. I think it looks really easy to use. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm looking forward to seeing. I need to go home and check my son's email to check to see if how he got the invite, and I don't have access to that on my computer, unfortunately. But and kind of go from there and see what it looks like. But I think it's going to be fairly easy to use and hopefully worth everybody's time. And that's the idea. So
Do you have a recommended amount of time to keep a sale open?
I think I did see something like that. Just a
yeah,
minute.
while
Let
you're
me
looking for that, so I have run a lot of council popcorn sales in my career, and I will tell you, while most of those are open for like 9 or 10 weeks, most of the sales for any individual unit happen within a 2 week period.
yeah.
I would say 4 to 6 weeks at the most, because that gives you a week or two at the front, a selling period, and then a week or two to clean up.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I think that aligns with what my immediate thought was. So, um,
but that's why it's also open for 4 months or 6 months. That way you can find the right 4 to 6 weeks for you guys that are within that selling period. So
Kyle, what do you think? Can you think of any questions? Yes,
I
blown
think if we
away.
get the copy of the flyer, and then is there a little run through, like a white paper on just some of those, what you need to click to set up the campaign? I mean, I know we have this as a recording, but is there a simple 1 page, 2 page
um, they,
guide
did
on
they
that?
send us a slideshow?
I'm looking right now. I don't think so, actually.
I've seen one though. When I was at our national
Today's
meeting and I
supporters
sat
are
in a
shopping online more
presentation.
than ever. Over 20%.
Sorry.
Sorry. So I think we can get a slideshow that maybe can help walk you through that. If we have to request it, I will. So
I think it would be helpful for reference as we start
okay.
getting into it.
Yeah, but the one I saw was kind of early, so I don't know if it mirrors the screens that are there now, because it was, I don't know, 4 months ago or something like that when I saw it. So, but we'll ask. So I know who to send an email to. Add it to my list of people at National that are slow to respond to me. So sorry, I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah. And then did you answer, I know one of Anna Marie's questions was, at what point does the money transfer to the PAC or the troop?
So the basic
How does
answer is,
that
I think
happen
we understand the council gets paid once a month for all the sales that happen.
once a month?
And then right after that, I think we'll have to sort a spreadsheet probably, and then figure out which unit gets what. So what I don't know yet is what day that is going to happen. So, but my understanding is it's going to be at the end of the month. So they're going off calendar months, and National's typical practices within the first 5 business days. We get that stuff, and then we would take us probably a day or two to turn it around. So that's the best answer I can give
And then
you right
I think,
without them giving me exact dates and details yet. So
Okay, and all that reporting, I think you showed the list with the names and sales and everything. I mean, is there a report that we could run monthly to say, okay, here's what each individual, so that report can then accompany the transfer to the pack or troop?
Yep.
So that we know who individually we need, so it gets to their account that we're tracking.
yeah, absolutely. You should be able to
On our
audit
side.
that pretty easily, Kyle.
Okay.
What was that? I know more info is going to come out, but what was that website again? It was something dot scouting.org.
Oh, you're in
Where the whole fundraising.
my.scouting.org.
Yeah, not my.scouting.org, but it was like, what is the fundraising? Because
Oh.
you were in a website, right?
Oh,
Chris?
I'm on the council back end. Is it
Here.
still donations.scouting.org is what they're getting into?
Yep. Give me a second and I will put it in the chat. So try that and see where it takes you. Feel free to log in if you have that ability today.
Oh yeah, I'm in the council administrative. I have a different link for the back end. So
Yeah.
So I see support Scouting America's military families give now, and then I see invest in tomorrow's leaders, support Scouting, Scouting America Registration Assistant Fund, and Scouting Emergency Assistant Fund. Those are under
So up
featured.
top, Jennifer, does it say when
I
you
logged
first
in.
went? Yeah.
Yeah, I logged in and got to, then it says create my peer-to-peer. Is that?
Yeah. Yep. You got it. Yeah. So you'll
Okay.
go up there. You should be able to see. Do you see anything that says a unit campaign?
No.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So this might be a situation of permissions for each unit. I'm going to share my page just a second. Okay, you guys see where it says Support Scouting Americas? Is that where the link took you?
Yeah, actually, I logged in with the login
Okay.
button at the top. I just totally missed that. But yeah,
Okay.
now I think Kyle's on the same page as me. Probably it says, welcome to your name,
Okay.
create my peer-to-peer, pass peer-to-peer.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yep. So
Yeah.
so we do have an other option of if an individual scout wants to do fundraising, that is a possibility too. For if they're doing a bit like for the older kids, it's a Ray Auto trek. It's a 3-day trek in Philmont. They're raising funds to go down there. This is something they could do as an individual person. So if you go, let's see, if you go up here, if either one of you guys have switch roles up here at the top.
No.
I do.
So
I
Jennifer,
do
that might
too. Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, pick like I would pick in order to see my unit stuff. I'm gonna pick my Troop 190 Assistant Scoutmaster position because I
Oh
also
yeah,
have
I
a
see
parent
it.
connection for Caden and my just general peer-to-peer stuff. So
Mhm.
So I have
um
my position is committee member, and so I can see Troop 305, my campaign, manage campaign unit reporting, and then it says create campaign like
yep, that's
underneath
it.
it.
Yep. Yeah. So this is where I was. And after I switched that roles, I have my campaign, manage a campaign, and where I can, you know, edit the campaign and whatnot too. So, and the whole
S-
products.
so I have 5 views available. One is position advancement editor, and then there's 3 views for each scout that I have, and then peer-to-peer Scouting America volunteer.
Okay. What was your first one you said, Jennifer?
It was position advancement editor. It just says PAC 231 position advancement editor
I would
includes
maybe
youth
click on it
leadership.
and see where it takes you.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a nuclear bomb, so we can try different
Yeah.
things today.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got my campaign, no campaign created. There's the option to create campaign.
okay.
If somebody's got multiple kids like me,
Yeah.
what is do I know it'll be different for everybody, and if they have like a leadership position or if they just have their kids. Kyle, I'm
Yeah.
guessing you just see, you don't see that at all? You don't see switch role at all, Kyle?
I don't see switch roll at all. No.
Okay, so you're probably just logged in there under like Rowan generally.
Well, it
So
says
Um,
me. I mean, this is under my name.
Well,
yeah.
we might have to look at what his position is in with the unit. So that might be a question to look at.
we can make those adjustments. That's not terribly difficult on our
Yeah.
end. So
Yeah.
because it may be just how you're registered in your unit that gives you access to the whole thing. And because Krista, you're a key 3 delegate in your
I
unit,
am a delegate. Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
think is probably the reason Krista can see it all
Yeah.
in her troop.
Okay.
So
So, and it might be as simple as putting you as like a fundraising chair. We'll have to play with it, and I'd be really curious to see how it works out. So, but I did share my screen, and this is what my son's dashboard looks like because it's connected to me. So it can track what his total sales are, what his peers are, and where he is compared to them, and his total sales. And then what his campaign history is and how he's participated. So there is a rewards program built into it. We don't have a lot of information, and my understanding is once they hit certain amounts of sales, that they will get like an Amazon gift card.
yeah,
So as a bonus.
I could see that earlier. Let me find it again.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's interesting. So Jennifer, Rowan is tied to Mal's account,
Oh,
not
I
tied to
remember
mine. So
something about
Mal,
that.
I logged under Mal, and she has the switch roles, and it just says peer to peer, and then Cub Scouting with parent connection for Rowan.
Okay, you are now Mallory.
Well, and
Yep.
if you call into the office, we can connect him to you as well. We can add a parent connection to
Okay.
that.
Okay. Would they be, if I call in, would they be able to switch and get me a role so I could do the campaigns, or is that something either of
That
you
is
need to
something we
do?
have to talk to your key 3 about. I can't just do that without the
Approved. Do
approval.
it. He's our
So.
fundraising chair, so yep, I'm happy for him to take that all over.
Yeah, I'm looking. I can't click on anything on the Amazon gift cards. It says for example, if a scout earns 2,500 points, I don't know how many dollars equals a point. I don't see that anywhere.
Yeah.
But they get a $25 Amazon gift card, and they have 5,000 points and 10. So basically, they have 25, 50, and $100 gift cards in here. I need to figure out on the back end where that information sits, and I haven't seen it yet, besides just on this screen. So.
Yeah. So I did just upload the flyer we've been showing you guys. We could send it out later, but if you wanted it now, it's attached into the chat.
Cool.
So I think honestly, I mean, I hate it because I really like to know all of the details before doing something, but this is something where I think the more somebody commits to it, we can just play with it and figure out how it goes. Do a short campaign and see what you can do, and then we'll learn something and make it better for the next time. So.
Are there any other questions there? Let's see anything. So, any other questions?
Not right now. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
So I said
I'm good. Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Brian or Laura?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Okay. All right. Well, we'll continue to get better at this and figure out the little quirks of it. And the couple of councils I've talked to, I believe Tacoma has done this. They were in a pilot for it, so we may be calling over there just to ask some questions if you give us questions we don't know the answer to. So, I may start digging through their website, see if they've got some other stuff. Yeah, but you can email questions there, and we'll do the best we can.
Yep.
And I
If you
think-
use the BMC info, we'll be able to, it'll be in case somebody else isn't in the office, everybody can see it. So we can get your answers.
I was going to say, I think kind of practical next steps for us is going to be just kind of digging through the website, checking out like commission amounts and thinking about what seems to make the most sense to us to open up as sale possibilities. And then, like you said, playing around with it from there.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of campaigns we haven't posted yet because I didn't post the coffee. We didn't post the coffee one yet. I think was not in there. And if I'm being honest, it had the lowest commission percentage allowed. So I was like, why, what? That's way worse than Krispy Kreme. That was my first thought. And everybody likes donuts. But I also know Krispy Kreme doesn't work for somebody in LeGrand. So or Pendleton because they'd have to come up here to use the gift cards or coupons or whatever. So we'll get some of those. I just got to make sure our commission side of that is correct before we put that out, and then you'll have some more options. And I think starting September 1st, we're supposed to be able to see the Christmas wreaths, wreath stuff. So as soon as we see that, we'll try and get that up too. We'll watch for it. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for attending. Ask questions, please do. It's how we all learn. So we only know by people doing things and finding problems, and then we're better for it all the way around.
Yep.
I'm sure you'll hear from us.
I love it.
All right. Take care, you guys.
Thank
good
you
night.
guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. Have a good evening,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
I haven't been over to the Tacoma site yet. I'm going to try that. Right. What's their council name? It's like
Pacific Harbors.
Pacific Harbors. I want to say Pacific Crest. I'm like, that's not right. See if anything comes up there. Pacific Harbors. See ways to give. I don't have. Okay, let's see if it's under that. They just really have donate on their resources. They may not have it up right now because they have their popcorn sale up. So maybe they only do it in the spring.
Yeah.
They're not doing popcorn. So, all right, we'll dig some more. Hopefully that group will send us some more questions. So,
Yeah,
all right.
that sounds good.
I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
All right. Yep. Thanks.